Here is your complete post-workout stretch routine. Facing me, reach those arms up, grab a hold of that right wrist, stretching to your left. Switch hands and stretching over to your right. As you bring those arms down, if you can, interlace those fingers, open the chest just a little bit, and then go ahead and circle that neck side to side. Very good. Okay, nice wide stance here, just lunging side to side. It's okay if you hold into the stretch or just kind of move back and forth. Great little stretch for the hips, inner thighs, ankles, knees. Next, we'll go ahead and turn to your left so your right leg is back, pressing through that back heel. Nice little stretch through the Achilles tendon there and calf. Next, we're going to lift the heel high, reaching the arms up, tuck the tailbone under as you bend both knees, sinking into the stretch. You should feel the stretch higher on your hip when you tuck the tailbone under. All right, go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. First, pressing that back heel, so it should be your left heel straight back. And then lifting up nice and high. Tuck the tailbone first, then sink into the stretch. Always breathing. Holding that nice high stretch on the hip and thigh. Okay, let's go ahead and take things down to the floor. So go ahead and have a seat, placing the soles of your feet together, grabbing a hold of the ankle, sit up nice and tall. And then on an exhale, go ahead and sink into the belly, stretching through the lower back, even into the upper back, then sitting tall, flex all those muscles, press into the belly, round the back. And again, sitting as tall as you can. One more time, hold this just a little bit longer, feel the stretch all the way along the spine, chin to the chest, and then inhale, sit up nice and tall. Okay, from here, we're going to slide the feet away from the hips just a little bit, lengthen your spine, and then just lean forward. It could be a little bit, it could be a lot, reaching towards those feet, but really think about just relaxing those knees and lengthening your spine forward. So now I want you to kind of think of melting into the stretches a little bit more. Since we are at the end of our workout, we can focus on holding the stretches and really working on that flexibility. Nice steady breathing here, full inhales, longer exhales always. All right, go ahead and sit up nice and tall, bringing the knees together, and we're gonna twist slowly to your left. Nice full deep breathing here, belly breathing. And then slowly unwind, sitting taller. Full inhale, longer exhale. And we'll go ahead and unwind here. All right, next for seated angle, we'll take both legs out to the side. Again, sitting up as tall as you can, lengthen that spine. So hands behind you if you'd like to. You can even recline back a little bit in order to straighten those legs. The other option, as you see here, is hands in front and then just kind of lengthen your back forward. Think of leading with your belly as opposed to your nose or your chest. That again helps to lengthen your back. Your goal also is to try to keep the kneecaps and toes facing up to the ceiling. And as you see here, further stretch if you'd like to. You can rest all the way down onto those arms. Really try to focus on your breathing, allowing those muscles to melt. So it's okay to feel a little discomfort as you're stretching, but you don't want to feel pain. The longer you hold these stretches, the more those muscles should sort of ease into the stretch. Definitely important to be patient as you are working on your flexibility. Patience and consistency. When you are ready, go ahead and support yourself all the way up. We'll leave one leg out and tuck one leg in. Just about at knee height or higher is fine. Lengthening your body forward. And again, this might just be a little bit, or you might be able to reach towards that foot. You want to feel that resistance, that stretch, but no pain. Breathing into it. We're going to hold a total about 15 to 20 seconds. And then when you're ready, go ahead and support yourself back up, and let's go to the other side. Even things out. And again, lengthening the back as best you can. You can also hold a strap or a towel in these stretches. You don't want to feel, say, your upper body muscles working so hard or straining while you're trying to relax your legs. You should feel this stretch really nice in that lower hip and back. In fact, don't want those muscles straining. Breathing into it, melting the longer you hold the stretch. And then we'll support ourselves back to the top. Okay, this time we're going to go ahead and turn to the side, extending both legs straight out, both arms up and lengthening forward. You can use that towel or strap around your feet if you want, or just grab somewhere along the legs. It can be higher here. You can even sit real tall to work on lengthening your back. You might feel plenty of stretch in the legs like this, or even leaning back on the hands. Otherwise, lengthen, lean forward towards those legs. Again, work to really ease yourself into the stretch. Focus on your breathing. Longer exhales, feeding those muscles with oxygen. Holding just a little bit longer here. If at any point you feel like you need to come up out of the stretch and then go back into the stretch, that's perfectly fine. Really important to be in tune with your body. Go ahead and pull those abs in, reach those fingertips behind you, lifting the sternum right to the ceiling. This time, as you see, we're going to keep the left foot forward and then pull that right foot up towards the other knee or thigh, reaching those arms to lengthen your back as you fold forward. Do not worry about how far you go into these stretches. Go to the point where you feel that tension, that resistance, but that you can breathe through it fairly comfortably. No pain. As always, with each of these stretches, allowing ourselves to just kind of melt into the stretch a little bit more. It should get a little more comfortable the longer you hold the stretch. And then, of course, each day you practice your stretching, that should also help it to get a little easier. Support yourself back up and let's switch legs. Reach those arms first before you fold forward and go right back into that nice breathing pattern. Even as you inhale, allow yourself to come up a couple inches, and then as you exhale, melting into the stretch a little bit more. Proper breathing is so essential in life in general, but specifically when you're exercising or working on your flexibility. It really does help to feed your body, helping it to work properly. Coming back up again, and one way or another, we're going to hop onto our hands and knees into tabletop. Let's do a couple cat stretches. First, pull those abs in, rounding your spine, pushing the floor away. Inhale, slight arch if you can, and head up. Exhale, round. So looking for full mobility in that spine, whatever that looks like to you. Little arch here. Exhale, round one more time. Pulling in those abs to help stretch, and then lengthening chin up just a bit. All right, all the way up to your knees. We're going to take one leg forward and then contracting that glute nice and tight as you lunge forward. Looking for that hip flexor stretch in the leg that is behind you. You can place your hands on your thigh, sitting up nice and tall, or even leaning forward. Maybe kind of experiment as you move your upper body around, up, forward, and back. You're going to feel different stretches. For a little deeper stretch, reach this arm up here and stretching towards the side of your front leg. And then we're going to come up and find that hamstring stretch again. Try to align and square those hips as you are reaching forward. And you can keep this front foot flexed, or you can point and flex it. Again, stretching should never be rigid and fixed. Listen to your body and let it flow. All right, go ahead and switch sides. Again, find that 90-degree angle, lifting up, squeeze the glute, then lunge forward. Supporting your back here. You can lean forward. Try to be in tune with the differences here. And then pressing back a little bit if you want to. Always lift up and out of those hips first. Adding the arms, stretching towards the side of your front leg. Nice deep breath. And then go ahead and come all the way up. Pressing through that front heel, square the hips, then lean forward into that nice hamstring stretch. This can be a pretty intense stretch, so don't force it. Do what you can. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and take yourself all the way up. This time you get to sit those hips back, reach the arms forward, and rest into child's pose. Try to relax those hip flexors, lower back. If this is uncomfortable for you in your knees, you can also place maybe a folded towel behind your knees. That helps the bend not be so sharp. Let's walk the arms to one side, stretching a little bit longer through that outer arm. Nice deep breathing. And then we'll walk over to the other side, even it out. You should feel this all along your shoulder, down towards the hip. And let's take it back to the center. Reach those arms forward. Spread the fingertips. We're going to tuck the toes under next, heading onto the hands and knees into downward dog. First goal here, nice long line from hands to hips. Then if you'd like to, you can walk back and forth through those knees and ankles. Little deeper stretch, alternating legs. And then let's hold that stretch, working on a straight line through the back and through the legs. Do what you can. Heels can be up or down. Breathing into that stretch. I love finishing my workouts and stretch time with some inversions. All right, we're going to walk our feet forward. Little decompression of the spine here. Hands can be supported on your shins or thighs. And then we'll melt back down again like this, interlace those arms. Knees can be slightly bent just to further help to decompress and relax the spine. Find that space between the vertebrae again. And then let's relax the arms, abs round you up all the way to the top, and we'll round the shoulders back just a few times. Nice deep breathing. Let's add the arms, one more deep breath here. Inhale up and exhale down completely. You are finished. Thanks so much for joining me. See you next time.